My two main findings were that 1. People are attracted to characters with behaviors, emotional states, and nonverbal communications similar to their own. And 2nd, both men and women are likely to interact with their favorite character. However, with men, the interaction is in the doing, and with women, the interaction is more emotional and expressive. But first, the first main answer to my research question, why do people develop strong relationships with people on TV, was that people are attracted to characters with behaviors, emotional states, and nonverbal communication similar to their own. This was evident through research participants' responses to who their favorite character on Grey's Anatomy was and why, as well as through their responses as to whether or not they would be friends with their favorite character and why. During the first focus group, Tara said, "My favorite character now is Lexi. I think she's gorgeous and she's very likable, which make me feel like I can relate to her. I think we would be friends because I have so much in common." Chris said, "Definitely Bailey. I'm a very sarcastic person and I love how she deals with everyone. Bailey is always keen and keel on the drama and is better at handling it than anyone else." While Chris didn't know if he would be friends with his favorite character, Bailey, it was due to the fact that he identified himself as identical in the way that they speak, behave, and their emotional states and nonverbal communication. He furthered that Bailey is like me with a vagina, so it's like asking if I like myself. In response to being friends with her favorite character, Kelly said, "Oh yeah, I can relate to her because a lot of people think I'm dumb because I'm attractive, blonde-haired girl. I'm more forward than her, but we're basically alike in every other way." And Tyler, on why he believes that he'd have an intimate connection with Bailey, "We'd be the best of friends in the whole world because we are both really strong people. She's not a very fake person and doesn't care what people think." Overall, an overwhelming majority of participants were attracted to their favorite character with which they shared a similar behavioral pattern with, similar emotional state to, and similar nonverbal communication style to their own. The second answer to my research question, why do people develop strong relationships with people on TV, was that both men and women are likely to interact with their favorite character. However, with the men, the interaction is in the doing, and with the women, the interaction is more emotional and expressive. Tara again went on to say, "I compare my relationship situations with Lexi's. Anytime she has a situation with a guy, I find a time where I was in a similar situation, and it helps me to make sense of things when I have someone to relate to." Brittany said, "I use message blogs all the time to talk about Izzy, what she should do, and all the situations she's involved in. It's fun to hear what other people think too." Kirsten spoke similarly of how she interacts with the actor that plays Sloane, Eric Dane, and this is what she said. "I've gone on to ABC's website to speak with Eric Dane before. You can write posts and interact with them live whenever they're online." Overall, the female research participants discussed how they interact with characters with friends, family, and with characters online. Men, on the other hand, typically discuss interacting by physically talking back at the television screen. Bradley interacts by rewarding or punishing characters verbally. "George deserved to be yelled at. That boy needs to learn some manners." Similarly, Marsh echoed this trend. "This might sound weird, but I stick up for Meredith when I watch. It's like free therapy once a week." Lastly, Ryan said, "Seriously, I do talk to Sloane. Not in an advice-giving way, but more just commenting on his situations." Overall, it becomes evident that men were more likely to interact with their favorite character by talking to their characters live on television. Either way, both men and women had interactions. While men and women both were attracted to characters for the same reasons, attraction to behaviors, emotional states, and nonverbal communication, they differed on how they interacted with the characters. But both points were overwhelming when focus group dialogue was analyzed. Therefore, the strongest answers to why people develop strong relationships with people on TV is because they are attracted and similar to their favorite character, And also because they interact with their favorite character through the men's way of doing, and also the women's way of discussing characters in an emotional and expressive way.